coin shop dealer draws the final line on silver. Never saw this coming. In this video, my local dealer Preston reveals when and where he dumps his silver stack. Let's get in there and find out when this seasoned professional dumps his own silver stack.
We've got so much silver that, like silver, yeah, we've still got plenty of silver we're sitting on. Gold, I've been steadily moving it out. I just sell it to the distributor, get it out. Sell it to the distributor, get it out. So every time I do a big buy, I'm just flipping it. I'm flipping it all to the distributor. We're not holding on to very much product because my suspicion, I think gold's gonna correct. Gold is on a crazy streak right now. What it looks like is most of the buying is being driven by central banks. So you've got central banks driving the price higher by doing a large amount of buying, and they're recycling their dollars into gold. So the price of gold in dollars is just, it's what, $120, $130 up this since March 1st.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. $130, that's 6%. 6% up in 8-9 days. It's
So
March 9th, so.
What else do you think is, so it's central banks, but is it just U.S. central bank, or is this like...
Oh, no. It's foreign central banks.
Oh.
So, you got to think back to March of 22, when we decided to sanction Russia and freeze them out of the SWIFT payment system, all these other central banks started to pay attention. And you had all these foreign governments realizing, whoa, let's say we do something that the United States doesn't like. Well, now they can also, they're going to use that sanction button a lot more freely than we thought they did. The psychology behind central banks now is we need to get out of treasuries and we need to get out of dollars. What's the best way to do that? Well, buy gold. So, look at central bank buying of, Czech Republic, of course China, Russia, and the big ones.
I'm actually surprised to hear that there's a lot of... I would think that the fear of missing out would jump in already. Yeah. And people would be buying, but they're cashing.
The economy's not good. It all comes back to the economy.
Yeah.
Lots of tech layoffs. Startups, are laying people off left and right. Now, it's not just startups. You got the big boys. You got Cisco. Cisco, 2 weeks ago, February 14th, laid off 4,250 people. So that
hurts.
It's a big number. They got mortgages, they got kids, they got all these things. Now, what percentage of those people are looking for job, or able to find another job? Let's just say, 50% of those. So let's say 1/4 of that 4,250 is people out of work. Now, or maybe 1/10. How is that going to affect the the labor market here? How is it going to affect the housing market? There's no inventory. Back to gold, people just they don't have money. So it's people are selling and cashing out, but there's nobody on the other side of that transaction except our distributor. And so we're back to a situation where we're mailing everything to the distributor, or almost everything, and the distributor, one of our distributors, is, they've been sitting on the boxes we've mailed to them and haven't opened them because they have a long line of boxes that they're receiving that they just need to go through before they can get to our boxes.
Oh, so you're on wait again? Yeah.
So like we know they've received the boxes. They just haven't opened them and inventoried them yet and paid us. So it's kind of I know we're not the only one where coin dealers and bullion dealers are going through this. I think it's countrywide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it silver?
I'm sending out a lot of silver because the price is up. So I'm taking advantage of the price being up. I had a ton of inventory that I was sitting on in terms of silver that it wouldn't have penciled before for me to send out. But now that the price is up, it pencils for me. I'm making money on inventory that I wouldn't have made as much money on. So now I'm flipping all of that inventory as much as I can out to the distributor. And
now this is what I've been thinking about with this recent bump in metals, but also silver. We got a little bump in silver price.
Yeah.
So for you and I as silver stackers, right? What do you think it would take again, this is just like your own opinion. We're often, as stackers, we're just so bullish on silver.
Yeah.
We kind of like keep our blinders on because we're in for the long haul. We
Right.
keep it for different reasons.
Right.
We hoard it for different reasons.
Mm.
What would it take, do you think, for, like, what would have to happen, whether it's the economy or state of the country, for you to feel like, you know what, I don't really feel a need for silver.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel a need to stack anymore. I'm just not bullish on it anymore. Like, what do you think would need to happen?
Well, I can speak for myself. I mean, you know, what would happen, like what would cause me to sell my metals is if I lost my job. If I lost my job and I didn't have something lined up, yeah, I wouldn't want to sell it all at once, but as I needed the money, yeah, I'd be selling.
I mean, what would have to happen for you to not feel like you needed to cash your currency into a metal?
You mean like what would
like you wouldn't need to stack anymore. You just be like, yeah.
Oh, I know. If we went back to a sound currency where the dollar was backed by gold, that's where I would not stack.
That's what it would.
So you see on this, so this is a peace dollar. So this is the eagle. Now it is similar. You see that, right? Versus right here. Let me put them down on the tray and I'll let you get a better shot there. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah. I can see the difference. It is similar. It's kind of like an Art Deco, I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they started producing these in 1921. And so it's definitely that 20s Art Deco style that, and actually let's flip it over. Let's take a good look at the obverse. So of course this one's been cleaned. But look at that. I mean, does that say 1920s or what?
Yeah.
That's really.
I really like the peace dollar.
Me too. I mean, and actually it's funny because it's a very underloved item. That one, probably wholesale for $50.
Yeah.
Wholesale. And, whereas the peace dollar in that same condition would wholesale for $28. I don't know. I think the peace dollar is a better design, but even though I say that, I actually really, I don't know.
But we love the history, though.
There's something about this that's just special.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, even though the peace dollar is a cooler design, this is still, I don't know. It's just a cool factor.
Yeah,
these guys.
and the Carson City factor that always still gets me.
Yeah, the Carson Cities, those are cool too.